Payam, you mentioned Taqua being rediscovered. Can you talk about that rediscovery and how it ties into small cell and then what you're showcasing at this year's show?
Sure. Thank you very much, Jeff, for the opportunity for us to talk to you. What Taqua has done is develop a platform that provides convergence and interworking function between a 3G network and an IP IMS network. So one of the first applications that we rolled out and we have deployed is a CDMA femtocell with Sprint and with Cellcom, and we have another carrier that has yet to be announced. But that has given us the ability to go in and implement a small cell very, very cost effectively for the carrier, and then from there start developing applications that are all IP and IMS based, or they require interworking back with the circuit switch core. As an example, the same architecture that provides a small cell connectivity also is enabling the carrier to offer voice over Wi-Fi in environments where they want to provide coverage more cost effectively, or they want to provide roaming applications where the user goes outside the coverage area, or if they're looking just to do cost reduction, as an example. So that comes naturally as part of the platform. Then from there on, as the carriers start deploying 4G and LTE, there are new challenges that are coming up. One is, single radio handsets. So how do you handle a single radio handset that is always in the LTE mode that needs to go into the 1X model to receive the voice call? That requires expensive hardware upgrade of the circuit switch core to accommodate for that. And also, typically the vendor that provides you the MME and the LTE core doesn't work effectively with the vendor that is providing you the circuit switch core. So we actually provide a vendor-independent interworking function that sits between the 4G core and a 3G core and provides circuit switch fallback as an application. Then, if the carrier is looking to, from that point on, go into VoLTE and voice over LTE, and now with a single radio handset, provide a seamless continuity between LTE and 1X during the call, we have developed a solution that is single radio voice call continuity. So now you go into a carrier that has, plans to go Model A, Model B, augment their service with Wi-Fi or augment their service with small cell. We can go from any of those angles and help them evolve their network.
So long term, where do you see yourself fitting into these LTE advanced networks?
So long term, we believe that we have one of the more unique solutions for voice over LTE. And any SIP based services that the carriers want to offer for LTE. And the unique attribute of our solution is that it smoothly provides a transition, and once you're in 100% LTE mode, the solution continues to work. So it's an investment they make today that provides the transition, as well as it stays in their network for long haul for voice over LTE.
This morning's keynote talked about circuit switch fallback. For those who aren't familiar with that term, can you maybe talk about what it is and what kind of problems it causes for carriers?
Sure. So circuit switch fallback, as I stated before, the emerging handsets that are coming out towards the end of this year, they're single radio. Single radio makes the handset very cost effective, because when you have multiple radios, it adds to the cost, and every dollar of cost when you start adding the volume of handsets becomes a very, very expensive proposition for the carriers. So majority of the carriers are requiring single radio handsets. Now, these handsets that are coming out, they primarily connect to the LTE network, to the 4G network, because the assumption is that the user is doing more browsing, is accessing the data services, the social media, than they are on the voice conversation. So now what happens is, when a call comes in, the handset is not in a 3G mode or in the circuit mode to receive the call. So something in the network has to signal them that there is a voice call coming and the handset needs to switch to the circuit mode in order to receive that. That is the challenge that these new phones generate. And the standard bodies have defined standards for circuit switch fallback, for GSM, for CDMA, and we follow those standards and provide in a very cost-effective, centrally managed solution that, again, as I mentioned, makes vendor independent from the 4G perspective or a 3G perspective.
Well, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen.